It's cost cutters. Cut much cost in one of those. Oh, hello, matey. Morning. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah. So the police helicopters were above.
Oh, hello, Cat.
Were above. Anyways, so there was a bit of a delay in the shop. There was two young chaps who were speaking to each other in Romanian and speaking to the Asian chap behind the counter, complaining that he'd given them the wrong credit ticket so they could top up their phone. But they was well behaved. And then the other man, another Asian, was speaking to his colleague in Asian. So here's me in the sole British man, Englishman, can I say, at this time of the morning, surrounded with foreign languages. I've only mentioned that because I think probably it's connected, isn't it, with what we're talking about. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not quite awake yet. I haven't had a coffee till I get into work. I can't digest intellectually what's happening. I don't know what you think and whereabouts you live. I know obviously people from all over the world could be maybe listening to this. What's going on in your town or city? Maybe you're lucky and you live somewhere which is still being sheltered from what's going on in our William Blake, the poet, in the 1800s, when he was looking at the cities and he called them dark satanic mills. Oh my days. It just scared the life out of me. There's an homeless person snoring like anything. It scared the life out of me. I thought it was a dog. I was asleep in the doorway. Do I need to say more? So yeah, we're going a slightly different route. Well, a completely different route from yesterday. Slightly longer because of my diversion to the 24-hour shop. Treated myself to a microwave burger. Take to work and some little sponge cakes. Probably have a couple of those. A cup of coffee when I get in. It's a lovely, warm, mild summer's morning. Just a slight cool breeze. But I've only got a short sleeve shirt on and I feel very comfortable. There's another time rubbish there is just... Although today's Wednesday, the rubbish is, I think in this area, yeah, Wednesday to come collect the rubbish. So, but you often see bags torn open by the foxes and rubbish, food everywhere. Although I must admit the local councils do try to keep on top of it. I'll give them that credit. So now we're going into, this is what's called Hamlet Court Road now. I've seen pictures of this in the late 1800s, and it was beautiful. It was, the railway had just come to Westcliff and Southend, and sort of the upper working class, then maybe middle class, sort of moved out here, and it looked, like I say, it looked very nice. And if you walked along here during the day, you see it's a completely different place. It's not as bad as some, don't get me wrong. You don't actually get the feeling that someone's about to attack you. But it's just broken community. No one knows each other. The shops come and go. Only the pub on the corner there has managed to stand the test of time. But everything else is just, it's like it's just passing through. All these shops that used to be Boots the chemist. The betting shop's been there for a few years, but there's a co-op that's been here a few years as well. Across the road was a lovely old NatWest Bank. Not actually quite sure what it is now. It hasn't got any obvious signs outside, and it's got a very strong high security door. Makes you suspicious of what it is. The old post office, which has been privatised now, but it still provides now a post office service. So that's something. Southend is we've got a plethora of charity shops, which you can see an example there. I think along this street there's about 4 of them. That's an old department store, Havens. It was beautiful, that was. You know, one of those old-fashioned department stores which hadn't changed. It was lovely to walk. Now I think the family that owned the building have so kindly donated it towards Help the Aged, so it's like a community centre. So it still keeps its shape. It hasn't been changed, which I think is quite lovely. Another charity shop. I'm going to stay silent. Can you hear the windows open? Now, I don't know whether you heard that, but I've gone past 3 so far with the windows open and party music going. And these people, often, they're involved in drugs and alcohol. They don't go to work. And they party and drug up all night and sleep most of the day. Maybe do a little bit of begging. This is the face of urban Britain, and this isn't as bad as some places. By no means. However, if you walk round the other way, you can avoid this area if you want. And it's quite nice, some nice houses. And there is a lot of beauty to be seen if you search it out. And the seafront is only now, well, in front as we look down, about 8 minutes. Thai restaurants. I love this shop. I love to just stop and pause. It's like a shop that's, you're going back in a time, in a time machine. It's got very sort of, it's quite expensive actually, but smart casual stuff that you would have even worn in the 1970s. Oh, I haven't looked in here. £185 for a jacket, but it looks nice. All good quality. But wow, look at that. A two-piece suit for £49. Oh, what's it made of? Tissue paper? Anyway, let's get moving. I'm going to miss my train. Talking to you lot. It's a cyclist. Now I know where he's going. I see that same man. He's a fold-up bicycle going to the station to going to work into London. So there's still a few of us crazy men and women up at this time going to work. Another charity shop over there. Ah, I see a fox. Do you see him moving? In the distance. I might not have caught that. But again, tearing the bags of rubbish open. They have a good old feast. On man's rubbish. That's another thing you get at this time of the morning. You get lone young people just cycling around. It looks like they're cycling aimlessly, but they're not. They're either waiting for a pickup of drug stash for themselves, or they're selling. This used to be it used to have lovely notices on it about local fairs and events. Look at it now. Symbolic, eh? Of our world in the States. So we're just approaching the station now. And there is light. It's well lit up. We're ready for the first train going into London. I've just got to sort out me ticket here. So listen, I'm going to hang up now, and I'm just going to hope you all have a good day. May the good Lord watch over you and keep you safe. This is a Crazy Englishman signing off.